the government made sure that this building would not be demolished before the shops downstairs had another place at the other side. So about like half a year ago, maybe 1 year ago, the old buildings were still standing at the other side of the street. So as long as those buildings were standing, you knew you was safe for at least a year. I mean, it's the whole area they want to renew,
Yeah.
and all these projects, they are connected with each other. One project ends, the other project can be started. So in a certain way, yeah, the building on the other side of the street really determines also the future of this building. On the other side of the street is not SSH, so they cannot really put people in there. It's not the same kind of flats. It's more like people who are just starting a job. You know, it's way more expensive and luxury. When I was first living here, there was a lot of difference in the kind of people living here. There were a lot of foreign people, for example, who had just been how do you call it, neutralized or something. Just the people who had just gotten a visa, but they were not yet, had not found their place in the community. So they had just really cheap houses here. A lot of African people were living here. It's also like when I need some sugar, you can always ring any bell, or like, yeah, they can also ring my bell. It's all, especially when it's good weather. It's a bit of a pity they took away all of sofas. The SSH does that every half a year or something. But when the weather is good, everyone kind of sits on the gallery and just looking at the sun. Just relaxing. I mean, I don't like all the paintings which are painted on the hallway, but I like the fact that people are busy with experimenting, trying to create things. You know, like, oh, I have paint. Let's make a picture. You know. So they put a lot of the same kind of buildings together, but the thing is that you have to mix neighborhoods to make the. Otherwise, you get like ghetto-like things. You know, because all the poor people live together, you get all the trouble in one spot. Well, when you're mixing, like you're mixing people who have bought houses and people who rent houses, you get a much more stable and nice community. Well, most of the time those are people with low income or with a bad ability to speak Dutch, because they cannot interact that easily. It's different when someone from a flat building would have painted it, because then it's just someone who's doing something with space. You know, instead of someone trying to tell you that he's getting in while you don't want that. Someone who's trying to get attention.